Okay, so welcome back. We are now on proof number 2, and while I'm at it, let me say this, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't have 8,000 subscribers. So when I got this comment on the first proof, I was actually like, wow. It just confused me. I was like, I didn't expect that. And it's from Select and Start. And I'm not going to read the whole comment, or tell you the whole comment, because he just commented again, and I'll get to that in a second. But to tell you the truth, I'm not saying this is actual proof of against God's existence. I just thought these were kind of interesting to look through. So if you are watching this video, go to the site godisimaginary.com and look at all the proofs. You don't have to read every single one, but just look at them. Anyway, getting off of that, let's get into proof number 2. Statistically analyze prayer. The fact is, God never answers any prayers. The entire idea that God answers prayers is an illusion created by the human imagination. How do we know that answered prayers are illusions? We simply perform scientific experiments. And it's my own little thought, but this is something that Christians usually don't believe in. It's a little joke there. I know a few people are going to get it, but anyway. We ask a group of believers to pray for something, and then we watch what happens. What we find whenever we test the efficiency of prayer scientifically is that prayer has zero effect. It does not matter who prays. It does not matter if we pray to God, Allah, Vishnu, Zeus, Ra, or any other human god. And it does not matter what we pray about. If we perform scientific double-blind tests on prayer, and if the prayers involve something concrete and measurable, for example, healing people with cancer, we know that there is zero effect from prayer. Every single answered prayer is nothing more than a coincidence. And after I read that, I was like, it's kind of sounding like we're doing what Christians do, but whatever. Both scientific experiments and your everyday observations of the world show this to be the case every single time. For example, this article says, one of the most scientifically rigorous studies yet, published earlier this month, found that the prayers of a distant congregation did not reduce the major complications or death rate in patients hospitalized for heart treatments. And a review of 17 past studies of distant healing, published in blah 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 blah, found no significant effect for prayer or other healing methods. And it kind of goes on with just different articles. And at the end it says, the belief in prayer is a superstition. It has been proven scientifically over and over again. When a prayer appears to be answered, it is a coincidence. Quite simply, prayer has absolutely no effect. And you're probably wondering, and then it says, of course, at the end, prayer does not work because God is completely imaginary. And you're probably wondering, well, the coincidence thing. Well, think of it like this. Let's say a family member goes in the hospital because they had a heart attack. If you're going to sit there and pray that they get better, and they do get better, that doesn't mean that your prayer worked. That means, medicine worked. I mean, come on, people got to think, logically here. But, whatever, I guess sometimes, if people want to believe that it works just to actually have more religious insight, I guess, on their own beliefs, then, they can do that. I don't care. But that's the second proof, and I guess we'll get to the third proof when the time comes. So, till then, peace.